This week on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Feel like I can say
I
something
don't
to
think
you.
that's any of your business. I don't want to insult you. I think you have no clue.
You're right, I don't. I don't. I haven't lived with you guys.
Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about the new episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Season 14, Episode 11. Let's get right into this. Okay, so we're still at this small town, Augusta. Sutton, Garcelle, and Kyle went down there to visit Sutton's mom, Reba. Kyle went for a morning run, and Reba seems to like Kyle, because when Kyle walked into the kitchen, they're talking about the street, Reba's zodiac sign, and what it means, and Reba tells her that she's not a nurturer because of her dad, who was really tough on her. It was impressive how easily she was saying all of this to Kyle. Sutton's assistant then tells them that it's almost time for brunch. He asks Reba if she's going to get dressed, and she says, "Well, I'm already dressed." Damn. When Kyle goes up to shower and get ready, Sutton starts telling her more about her dad and how he really struggled throughout his life with depression and mental health issues. I feel bad for her. I think she was probably much closer to her dad. He took his own life in December of 2002, a year before I was born. And Garcelle then comes down to the kitchen, and total difference the way Reba talked to Kyle compared to the way she talked to Garcelle. They go to sit on the porch, Garcelle and Reba, and Garcelle tells Reba that she has such an affinity for her daughter and that she knows Sutton would take the shirt off her back for somebody else. And Garcelle tells Reba that she's had many intimate conversations with Sutton and that Sutton wants her to be very proud of her and that she would really want to hear it from her. Reba says to Garcelle, "Well, I don't think that's any of your business. You have no clue." Garcelle says, "You're right, I don't. I'm just delivering the message." I got to applaud Garcelle for the way that she was able to kind of pivot it and not make it more uncomfortable than what she probably already was. And she says, "Well, I don't have my mom anymore, and I wish there were some things that I could tell her." Oof, props to Garcelle, because I don't think I'm going to do that for my friend's mom. I don't. In her confessional, Garcelle says that she thinks the real reason that she thinks is there's a problem in the relationship between Sutton and her mom is because Sutton had a connection with her dad that she didn't have with her mom, and that could have created jealousy. That's an interesting theory. And they go back inside and have their breakfast. They're talking about the houses in Augusta, and Sutton wants to go visit her old childhood home. Somebody already lives there, but she still wants to go. Her mom's very against it, though. She doesn't want to know anything about it. Something interesting is that when Sutton's dad committed the act that ended his life, the mom was in the kitchen. And in her confessional, Sutton can't help but to admit that she might feel some resentment towards her mom. And I kind of get that. I mean, how could you not? Like, knowing the fact that she was there in the house, maybe Sutton can't help but to think, like, why didn't she help him or something like that? So she lets that out in her confessional. And you know what's even crazier? All these problems with Reba, she's a therapist, so that's very ironic. But you see how all of these things are connected? That's why psychology is so important to learn and understand, because every single human behavior, human problem, it stems from something that has happened to you before. Then we go back to Beverly Hills, to California. Erika is remodeling. Her remodeling has begun. They've painted some walls and they've gone some other stuff. It looks like it's going to be nice. I can't wait to see the final project. Erika feels very liberated. She just got a car in one of these past episodes. She's fixing the house. And you know what? Putting the past aside, I'm happy for her. If this is making her happy, then I am happy for her. Then we go over to Bozoma's house and we see her daughter for the first time on camera. The other day, Bose brought up Keely to her daughter. Lael is her name. And Lael says, how long have y'all been dating? Because you didn't really tell me he was your boyfriend at first. He was a friend. But what Bose kind of wants to talk to her about is maybe having a baby. Lael says that she's actually okay with it. She's gonna be leaving soon. And it's not that she doesn't want Bose to be lonely per se, but she is gonna leave soon. And that bond that they have, because she is her only child, is gonna change. So she would love her mom to give love and have that bond with somebody else. This girl is so mature. Bose definitely did a wonderful job, and her dad, he would be very proud. Going back to Georgia, Sutton, Garcelle, and Kyle arrived to her old house. They were able to get in contact with the current owners and they allowed Sutton to go in, so that was very nice. It's a pretty big house. They go across the house, they go inside each of the rooms, the living rooms. There's a particular room where it's kind of like a living room, kind of like lounge area that her dad actually built in the house, and she tells him that was the room where she saw her dad for the last time alive, and she goes into detail about it, of that last time she saw him, and she was crying. But you know what I thought was beautiful, the way Kyle and Garcelle were able to be there for her as her friend, because that was not easy at all. Bose, Erika, and Dorit then go hang out at a restaurant. They had a great time at Kathy's last week, and I had a great time watching them on Kathy's last week. Bose says that she's got an update. She's got to update them on some stuff. Dorit and Erika are like, tell us. So Bose says, Keely and I are very serious about having a baby, but we've actually never said I love you. And everyone's like, whoa. Bose says it's not that she doesn't want to tell him, but she wants him to say it first. Dorit says, well, why don't you just say, Keely, don't you think it's weird that we haven't said I love you to each other? And Erika says, no, 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 don't say that at all. I'm going to be honest. We've seen Bose and Keely on the show a few times. And you can definitely see the love. I can see the love. But I do find it weird. Why hasn't he said it? I mean, when you call, text, hang out, when you say goodbye, you don't say to her, okay, bye, love you, love you, I love you. Like, really? That's kind of hard. Like, wow, I can't believe. And I get that some people express love differently, but I think it is important to say I love you to the person that you love, okay? It is. Let's not try to act like it isn't. So I hope he better get on to saying it. So Dorit says that she just spoke to PK. But this time it was completely different. He was actually nice. It felt as if he wasn't ever mad. And all of a sudden he cares about the kids and his family. Bose and Erika both think that might be a trick or something. They say he's trying to calm you down, to have power on you, like keep your eyes open. And it's good that them, as Dorit's friends, told her to wake up, because Dorit was actually falling for it. So back to Augusta. Kyle was FaceTiming Kathy to tell her that Mauricio and Portia are leaving for Europe. Sutton is feeling a little bit stressed for tonight's dinner, so her mom comes over from the back house. Sutton shows her mom the new pieces of her store. Reba sees them and she says, that would look terrible on me. Okay. Sutton is explaining how the pieces have to be made and manufactured from this place and that place. And Reba says that reminds her of how meat is made. Then they get to cooking, and dang, Sutton's mom, she really is insufferable, complaining about every single thing. Sutton then tells her that the day before she talked to her brother, and she told her brother that she thought her mom wasn't proud of her. And Reba says, well, why would you think I'm not proud of you? And Sutton says, maybe because you don't say it. Reba says, why do you need me to say it? And Sutton says, because I want to hear it from you. And Reba says, okay, I'm proud of you. She then says that saying things like I'm proud of you or I love you is so overused nowadays, and it's lost its meaning for a lot of people. And you guys, look at Garcelle and Kyle listening to this conversation. That cracked me up. Reba says, you got to go back to the way I was raised. I was raised after World War II. no one said anything to me like I was pretty or anything. It's tirade. Sutton says, I understand that. I just want to tell you how I feel. I'm going to be doing a show, and I know you don't like traveling, but. And Reba says, no, I don't mind at all. I could go there. And Sutton says that would mean the world to her. And they hug it out. It was actually a very nice moment. Then they go to the kitchen to finish cooking. Sutton made some crab cakes, and they eat them. I think Sutton got through her mom a bit, so that was definitely nice to see. So yeah, this was a very emotional episode. That was the end of it. You guys, let me know what your thoughts were about it. Again, heavy topics, things that just happened, But I'm glad that Sutton. This is real. Like, talk about reality TV. These are real issues, real problems that Sutton's going to like. So that was really, really fascinating to watch. That was the end of the episode, you guys. We then get a preview for next week. Um, Garcelle and Bose might get into it over Sutton and Dorit because they each loyal to their girl. Bose is loyal to Dorit and Garcelle is loyal to Sutton. And it looks like there's going to be a party. And you know what? I'm not even going to talk about it. Let's wait till next week because that's going to be some drama. But as far as this episode, you guys, what were your thoughts? Let me know. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all next time. Y'all have a great one. Bye.